Hello everyone, welcome to Move Well, Live Well. We get a number of people that come in here with issues regarding their elbow. And what's happening with these folks, they're having problems with their elbow and they're experiencing a clicking sensation. Athletes in particular, so they do exercises or the pitchers sometimes, they get a clicking sound, especially when they go into flexion. As they go into elbow flexion, right about here, click. And they'll feel a clicking sensation in an elbow. What's going on here is a condition known as snapping elbow syndrome. And there are two structures, one or two or both, that are involved here. It is the ulnar nerve. So the ulnar nerve comes out the lower part of the neck, goes down the arm like this, and it goes right here in the inside part of the elbow. And as the elbow flexes like this, that ulnar nerve pops out, and sometimes they get that zinging sensation and pain or discomfort down the forearm, elbow, forearm, and into the fingers here. It's that nerve that you hit, that's the funny bone. You hit it on a table or something like that, and then you get that zinging pain, that instant shock-like pain that goes down the arm and into the fingers. That's the ulnar nerve. So as that elbow flexes, that ulnar nerve snaps out, and then sometimes you get that pain down and through there. The other structure is the medial head of the triceps. Remember, the triceps is in the back of the arm here, and there's three heads. So there's the lateral head, there's the long head, and then there's the medial head. I don't know if you can kind of see that on me a little bit. So right here, you can kind of see that on me here. Let me see that right there, this guy. See that right there? So as that tendon, sometimes as it pops over this bony structure here, the medial epicondyle of the humerus, pops over there, you can get a snapping sound as your arm flexes. So sometimes folks, they're at the gym or something like that, and they're on the bench and they're doing skull crushers or whatever it may be, and they feel that as soon as they get to about right there, they hear pop, click, and then they go back, pop, click. And a lot of the times there's no problem. It's usually just a kind of annoyance. However, sometimes there's pain and discomfort involved. Well, the reason being for that, we see when these folks are having these problems, is if you put your arms like this, you can kind of see my upper arm bone, the humerus, is pretty much in line with my forearm. See that? As I let my arms to the side, just like that. It's in line with that. What happens with these folks, they have an increased angle. So this is called a valgus, the cubitus valgus. And so when the upper arm right here is straight like this, and then if the forearm comes out like this, so it comes out this way, right? Then that's an increased valgus, and it puts a lot of pressure sometimes when you're doing these kinds of exercises at the gym. You're doing press downs like this, or you're doing skull crushers like this, or whatever it may be. And that increased angle as this arm comes here, and then the forearm goes outward, that's an increased angle or carrying angle, and that puts a lot of pressure on that inside part of that elbow there. So we see it more on those folks. Then there's another variant too. So mine's pretty much straight on. The other variant will be varus. So the upper arm is like this, and then this forearm goes inward this way. You see, it's kind of like they look like kind of like this. So that's varus, and this is valgus. See that valgus? You can see if I turn my arm in a certain way, you can kind of see the angle as it comes outward that way. That's valgus. So the more valgus you have, the more susceptible you are to that popping, snapping syndrome. So how do you fix that? Well, first of all, what you need to do is you need to clear out any tightness in the tricep. So especially that medial head of the tricep. You kind of see that, right? This guy right here. You can see that guy right there. So that medial head of the tricep, you need to clear that out. How do you do that? Well, you get your handy dandy foam roll and you foam roll that sucker out. I'll put a link in the description to send you to our video that shows you how to foam roll that sucker out. You can even put a lacrosse ball on a counter and roll that out that way. So you want to clear out any restriction in the tricep. Second of all, you want to do a little bit of nerve flossing. So what is nerve flossing? Well, what you do is you get that ulnar nerve to move a little bit or glide better within the structures. So from the neck, shoulder, elbow, down into the wrist. So there's a couple ways you can do that. There's more than a couple ways, but I'm going to show you a couple that you can do. So what you do in the involved arm, let's say it's my left, I'm having problems with my left. So what I do is I make the OK sign like this, and I simply reverse it and go up, and you go into an owl. See that? And then come back down. Now, if you're really flared up in here, you may experience a stretch just by doing this. You may experience tingling doing that, because what happens is you go into flexion, it may pop out, but this is going to allow it to start gliding better in through these structures, because if they're tight in through these structures of your forearm muscles, structures within your upper arm muscles, even structures here in your neck, if they're tight, it's going to pull that ulnar nerve and it's going to pop out as you go into flexion. So doing this on a regular basis, see? Doing that on a regular basis is going to allow that nerve, those structures around the nerve to loosen up, and the nerve can now flow freely through there. So you're flossing. Do about 10 reps. And again, like I said, if it's too much right here already, just stop before you hit the pain. You want to do it in a pain-free range. And then as you get better and better, you go into full range. So that's the owl. The other one is, there's really no name for it. What you're doing is you're taking the ring and pinky fingers right here. See that? You're pulling them backwards just like this. See that? And you're pulling them towards you. And your head is neutral, and you're just allowing it to do this. Okay? And you're going into extension. You see that? Going into extension. See that? And you keep your head neutral, just like that. About 10 reps of this. And then the next round, what you do is you have your head down. See that? As you do it, you do your head down, head down, head down. 10 reps of that. And then you can even go, as you do it, you go here and you go head up. This one is what I feel. I feel that stretch going head up. And again, this may be sensitive. You want to do this in pain-free ranges. So if you feel pain right about there, you have to stop a little bit, and this is it. Stop where you feel pain, and then just work in that pain-free range. You don't want to aggravate that. But over time, that nerve will start to floss through those structures, giving more slack within those structures, and it's less likely to go over or pop out of that groove, giving you that pain and discomfort through there. Same thing with rolling out or releasing that medial triceps here. By rolling that out, by loosening that up, it's less likely as you go into flexion for that tendon to kind of pop out of that area. So those are some of the things you can do to start with those. And then when you get to your exercises, after you've done those, you get to your exercises, you want to modify. So typically we see that problem with those folks with increased carrying angle. So valgus, see that? So arms this way and that way, valgus. So you're going to have to modify your exercise that way. So what you do, if you're doing skull crushers and you start to feel, you're like this, doing them. See, so your elbows are kind of close together like this, and you're doing them like this, and you feel that popping and clicking. All you need to do would be to flare out your elbows a little bit. Do it this way. So now you see the difference? So now my elbows are now flared out versus in here close. Okay? So flare out your elbows, and that will help with trying to keep those structures in the groove there. So that way they don't pop and click and cause you discomfort. So instead of here with skull crushers, you're gonna flare out a little bit. If you're doing standing tricep extensions, you're at the thing and you're in here and you're doing extensions like this, and as you get to about right here, you hear that pop and click. again, if your elbows are close, what you need to do is you need to flare them out a little bit more, and you're doing them in here. See that? So you're going to do your triceps rope extensions like this rather than like this. See the difference? This may cause the issue. This may help the issue by flaring them out if you have that increased angle that may giving you that problem. So again, same thing with like a bench press or a push-up. You may have to flare out your elbows a little bit more instead of keeping them tight like this, and you get that pop. As you get here, you're a little too close. You may have to flare it out a little bit as you do your push-up, and that may help. See the difference? So push-ups this way versus in here. This is where your elbows are close to your body. This may cause the popping sensation. By flaring it out a little bit, you're going to reduce the likelihood of those structures popping out of that area, that groove. So anyway, if you have any questions with this video, drop them off in the comment section below. If you're new to this channel, hit subscribe. And when you hit subscribe, make sure you hit that bell notification button, because that way it'll keep you in the loop as to future videos when they pop into your feed. That way you can continue to move well and live well. And also, usually there are people that you know who have, when they go and exercise or something like that, their elbow snaps and pops and it's causing them some discomfort. Share this with them so that way they can continue to move well and live well also. And give us a thumbs up, give us a like. It lets us know you care. Anyway, thanks again for watching. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.